Hello friends, it's Logan here from Prestige Mode Gaming, obviously because you're on my channel. I don't know why I say that, but this is the Uncharted 3 beta. This was before any patches, and this is when I first really focused on how to get a good gameplay that's entertaining to watch. Now I know, a lot of Uncharted gameplays are going to be hard to watch because a lot of people are going for high KDs and whatever, and that's cool, but you got to go out there and get the kills. You got to get them. You can't wait for them. You can't let them come to you. It's about going out there and getting them, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to get as many kills as I can, and it's not the greatest gameplay, I will admit that, but it's going to be, marginally entertaining, and that's what I'm looking for. So, other than that, how's it going, guys? I am going to be talking about something that's going to get a little bit more serious here. I've done this commentary a few times, and I'm talking about right now. And I felt that it doesn't do it justice. I gotta sound less somber. I gotta really be emotional. I gotta be, forward about this because it's something that's important to me and might be important to you guys. I'm not sure, but I want to make sure that I do it justice. And justice is found in really putting your heart and soul into something. Now, this is something that I haven't told a lot of people. A lot of people don't know this about me, and I'm going to tell you guys right now. I suffer from depression. Now, I know that might not be huge to some people, but that's because some people understand that it's pretty common. It's, I believe it's 1 in 3 people suffer from this, and I want to kind of extend my experience to you guys, and maybe if you suffer from it, to help you out. If you don't suffer from it, then to just give you guys some knowledge in case you have a friend or something that suffers from it, and you want to help them out, or you want to be around them more often. You want to deal with them, because not only being depressed is terrible, but being around somebody that's depressed is terrible. And I don't want to downplay it and make it their fault, but and by them I mean myself. I don't want to make it my fault. I don't want anybody, I hope nobody ever thinks of it like that, but it's something that's hard to deal with, and I'm gonna get into kind of understanding it first. So understanding depression is the hardest part because there's no real way to say it. There's obviously doctors will say this and that, and that's the way that, yeah, sure, that's the way that you can kind of think about it, but I think it's different for every other person. It's really something that's extremely hard to explain. So the way that I am going to explain it is like how climate is to weather is what depression, or like the class of depression, is to emotions. So some people think that because I get depressed, I am never happy. I don't get happy. That's not true. You can be happy and depressed at the same time, in my opinion. The way that I see it is that you are, there's a long-term, or like more, it's hard to say, more heavy set of emotions that you cannot control. It's something to do with your body, things that we don't understand about ourselves. And that's where depression is. There's 3 stages. There's overly emotional in a positive way, normal, and under emotional in a negative way, which in my opinion is depression. That's the way it feels. You're not it's not that you're sad or anything, it's that you don't feel emotion and it's negative, or you feel less emotion and it's negative. Yeah, so that's the first thing, the real core idea of how to explain it, and it's really hard, but when you put it to the basics like that, and you kind of take it down to as low as it can be, the scale is that you can be happy and sad and all different emotions within one of those 3 classes. And throughout my high school career, I would say that I was somewhere in the depressed side, and also not very happy. And it was very hard to deal with. But as I got older and more experienced, and just kind of realized that I don't want this to define me. I don't want it to to be the way that I think, and overall make it control me. I control my own body. I want to do what I want. I want to make sure that I'm the way that I want to be. It's harder than you think, but it's possible. And from my experience, surrounding yourself with good things that you like to do, things that make you happy, people that make you happy, people that want you to be happy, it will really help you out. And for the people around depressed people, it's very important to try, at least to try. Don't never give up on a person that suffers from depression, because it's not something easy to deal with. A lot of people that are depressed are going to want to be alone because they've already given up. But if you suffer if you suffer, or if somebody you know suffers, try to get them to admit it and to kind of take it in. And oh god, I got the hiccups and this is ruining this commentary. To kind of just take it in, realize, and cope with it in a way that can really help themselves out and stuff like that. So one of the examples is that when I was younger, I used to play video games, and it was one of the only times that I could feel happy while depressed. And it got pretty bad, where I'd play a lot of video games, and more specifically, let's say the PlayStation 1 Final Fantasy series, Legend of Dragoon, games like that, Diablo, where I get really into it. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that it's an escape. It's the only way to feel like you're no longer in like this bubble of just terrible or limited emotions. And I feel like it's important. It's important to find stuff that makes it bearable. If you can't figure it out how to deal with it, which I feel like I have. I still have these days where I get really glum, I guess, and gloomy and fail, and I feel like I need to do something. So I'll do something. I'll find something that I like to do, and I'll do it, and I'll enjoy it. I'll eat a food that I like. I will drink a drink that I like. I'll do something, and it helps. It really does help. It's hard to explain because, like I said, I don't think you control these things. I think this is bigger than what we know about ourselves. It's something chemical, something subconscious, something we don't understand. Something like the whole idea that the brain, we can't control most of our brain. This is just a spray fest, and I die here. We don't know how to control our whole brain, and maybe if we did know how to, we could move things. I feel like if we knew how to control our brain, we could be happy forever. We could have that positive emotional feeling within us at all times. That glowing feeling, like I'm trying to think, like a lot of people, when you see a newborn child, or your newborn child, like if you have a child, I think that's the time when you'll kick up to that next level, and you'll feel that, but it doesn't last forever. And it's kind of amazing. Like or your first, say, like in my opinion, my first NHL game. Wow, there's nothing like it. Your first time going to Disneyland, that kind of thing. It helps, but for the rest of the time, you can't live in that type of emotional glaze, if you will. You can't live in it, so it makes it hard to kind of to cope with it. When you have a good day, and then the next days are gonna be just worse, because even a normal day can't be good after that. But all of that aside, guys, I think the one major thing is to never lose hope. Take everything for granted. Everything you enjoy, everything you need, everything you want, take it all, and really enjoy it. And I know it sounds cheesy and corny and all that, but really it's hard to deal with certain things, especially depression, and a lot of people, when they suffer from depression, they also get sad, and sad to an extent, you know, like where something happens, like you lose a family member, or you know, you lose a pet, or something happens that's just terrible, that in most cases would really ruin your life. But you got to take it for granted that at least you're alive, at least you can deal with what you have, and just enjoy everything. So I'm gonna add this extra clip on here just to say thank you for watching, guys. I'm sorry it's so goddamn serious, but it's a very serious subject, and I feel like it's one of those things, you know, a lot of people have montage making skills, a lot of people have music making skills, a lot of people have different things, but I think my experience with this type of like emotion and this type of feeling is one of my expertise. You know, I've dealt with it for so long, and I feel like I'm past it. I'm the kind of person that can just push through it and enjoy life and take it for granted, and just be glad that everything that happens to me the way that it does, and that things could get worse and all that. So guys, take it easy. Thanks for watching, and peace.